Hey guys, Jim here. Today we're talking about ATS system. What is ATS system, you might ask? If you're a young adult or you just came to Canada, you might not know that Canadian company all use this system, this software to pick and hire candidate. So if you want to get a job in Canada, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and let's get started.
This is maple syrup.
We are here to show you the life of Canadian immigrant, the daily struggle, lifestyle, and how we adapt to Canadian culture. And you can decide if you should immigrate to Canada. How do a Canadian company hire? If you're a young adult or new to Canada, you might be surprised. In Canada, we use robot. Let me explain. I guess using robot might be stretching the truth a little bit. However, they do use an ATS software. And an ATS software stands for Application Tracking System. Or to put it simply, a bot. But what does this mean for you as an applicant? What this means is you might be the most qualified individual for the opening, but because you didn't use the right set of words or phrase in your resume, the bot will discard your resume before an actual person sees it. So today, we'll be looking how ATS software work, how to beat it, and how can you get hired twice as fast and twice as much. But before we can actually learn about ATS, we need to know how the hiring process in Canada work. Usually, Canadian companies follow the set of 4 steps. First, human resource evaluation, and this is the step that we'll be focusing our topic on today. Most companies, or at least a large to a mid-sized one, will use the ATS system. This is because usually there is 100, 500 to 1,000 applicants applying for the same position. ATS system narrow this down to a few, depending on what system they use and how many people they're looking to hire. They might narrow it down from 10, 5, or even a single person. Second, phone interview. After the ATS narrow down the applicants, the HR person will go through those resumes. At this stage, HR person will call each resume that was picked. They are looking to gauge your soft skill, communication, leadership. Are you a pleasant person to talk to? And what is your interest level on the job? At this stage, you want to show your personality. You're going to want to be friends with that HR person. Ask questions. How are you? How's your day? You sound a little bit tired. You must be busy. Be polite and courteous. Step 3. The first interview. After an HR person discuss each candidate qualification with the hiring manager and pick who will be coming for face-to-face interview. This is where they check your experience and skills. This is also where they're gonna be looking at your personality traits. Are you a good fit with the company culture? Depending on the company and the position that you hired, there might be a second or even a third interview. Step 4. Job offer and salary negotiation. Congrats, you made it. But before you start telling your family and your friend and go out to drink and get drunk and party, you need to figure out how much they are going to pay you. The hiring person usually will contact you and tell you the good news, plus giving you the employment contract. This will entail how much they're gonna pay you, what is the benefit that they're offering you. Keep in mind, before you say yes to the contract, look it over. This is important. You need to read the employment contract. Make sure that you're getting what you want. you can still refuse or even negotiate your salary at this stage. Keep in mind, the company is looking out for the best interest, and you have to do the same. Do your research, make sure the position and the salary match. If they don't, you still can negotiate. So keep in mind, read those contracts. Now that you have a pretty good understanding of how hiring process work, let's look at where most people are getting weed out. If you guessed the first step, you're correct. Like I mentioned, an opening position can have thousands of applicants applying for the same time. Even a big company with a lot of resources don't want to waste their time weeding through all the applications. And it's not worth their time to hire extra HR person just to filter out unqualified applicant. This is where ATS software comes in. The software will reject roughly 75% of all applications submitted, and keeping that 35% that have tailored their resume to the job opening. So, how does the ATS software pick the candidate? ATS scan applicant resume for keywords. Looking at the job description, when you're applying for it, you should have a good idea what those keywords are. For example, if a company is looking to hire an outside sales, they might use a word such as customer relation, cold calling, excellent communication skill. If you see they're using those words multiple times, you are going to want to use those same words in your resume. Tailor your resume to the language in the description, and the ATS system will reward you with points. Yes, points. So if you have the right keyword with the job description, you're gonna get more points. The higher your point, the bigger the chance that you're gonna get picked. If you ever apply a job with Indeed, they will also ask you a knockout questions. For example, how many years of outside sales experience do you have? Usually, if you look at the requirements section in the description, they will tell you how much experience are they looking for. If your answer is less than what they are asking for, your resume going to be knocked out. However, this is going to apply for a person who have too many years of experience. If they're asking for 2 to 3 years of experience and you put down, I have 10 to 20 years of experience, you're boosting yourself up, you are going to be knocked out as well. Because guess what? In Canada, they can't ask for your age, but they can probably gauge by your experience how long have you been in the workforce. So keep that in mind. Format. Like I mentioned before, ATS software is smart, but it's just a bot. If you have a different format, a fancy format with colors and rainbows and pretty letters, they might not recognize it. So keep it stupid simple. Use what makes sense. A chronological resume format is recommended. Abbreviation: KPI, CRM, CPA, SOS, ABC. If the employer is using abbreviation, use abbreviation. ATS system is not that smart. It is smart enough to weed you out, but it's not that smart to know what those abbreviation is. If the employer use abbreviations such as KPI, this stands for Key Performance Indicator. If you have the word Key Performance Indicator in your resume instead of KPI, the ATS system might not recognize that and didn't reward you with any points. So mirror the language they use. Last thing, don't overdo it with the keywords. When I say you have to tailor your resume with the same keyword, I don't mean you can use those words just to cheese the system. I'm gonna use customer service 20 times and get 1,000 points. That doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work. you need to make sure those words make sense in the context. If you're dealing with a bigger company that invests in the ATS software, those software gonna be able to detect those cheese and they will dock a point off your resume. Even the company don't have a sophisticated ATS software, there are HR person. And if those persons see that you're using these keywords to cheese the software, they are going to throw your resume out anyways. So don't overdo it, guys. I hope you guys learned a couple of things from the channel, and if you do, hit the like, subscribe, and comment below. And before I go, I'm gonna recommend a software for you guys to beat this ATS software. With JobScan, you can post the job description that you're looking to apply for and your resume to the JobScan. The system will scan it and give you the keyword that the ATS system is looking for. Plus, it will also tell you what kind of ATS software the company is using. So this will give you a leg up in terms of tell your resume to get you past that first filtration, and it will make your life a lot easier. And obviously JobScan didn't sponsor this video, I just happened to come across it. Now if you like the channel, remember subscribe, like, and comment, and as always, I'll see you guys all in the Great White North. Bye guys.